So we've got a 1954 Hudson Hornet. This is my first Hudson. Today it's November of 2017 and I got it in August from a guy that has 4 other Hudsons. So he had another 54. This one's a manual. The one that he kept was an automatic. So I'm familiar with the problems it has. Obviously the paint and the rust. Looks like it had some body work done on it. I'd say that was probably, who knows, it could have been 10 years ago. It was probably 30 years ago. I've put about 600 miles on it since I got it. Runs, drives, stops, all of that. Let me show you the inside. You can see there's some rust spots up here. I think some of it had been fixed with some caulking, but not a huge deal. It hasn't sat in the rain or anything. The back wing window, the post is broken here. Other than that, all the trim pieces are here. All the windows go up and down. All the doors open and close and stay tight. It probably leaks, I would guess, just based on observations of the rubber, but I don't have any intention of letting it sit in the rain as of right now. The door panels are all there, all the parts and pieces. They could use some love, but I'm mostly concerned more about rubber and all that for now. The day I bought it, I drove it, let's say 120 miles home. And I was confident that it would run because the guy I bought it off of had driven it up 15 miles from my house the previous weekend when I went and looked at it for the first time. So he had put 2 hours on it each way. So that was very inspired a lot of confidence. Different Hudson features it has a 3 on the tree manual transmission. This is an overdrive. Once you're in 3rd gear, depress it, and when you let off the gas in 3rd gear, you'll hear or feel just a slight shift, and that's it going into overdrive. It comes out of overdrive on its own when you're going slow enough. You can downshift when you're in overdrive. It does not affect it. I've shut the car off when it's in overdrive and start it back up, go through the gears. Never had a problem. I think that's the way it's supposed to function. So the headliner is old, but it's all there. And other than the one corner that you just saw, it's not sagging or too gross. The other feature I wanted to show you, this is the hood scoop for fresh air. And you can even do that in the winter and get more air to come across the heater box, should you choose to. I haven't tried the lighter. The lights, they work just fine. Obviously the bright knob is on the floor. At some point in the recent past, someone had installed reverse lights, manual on, manual off. Also a fuel pump, an electronic fuel pump has been added. I don't use it. It still has a mechanical on. I've used it if I let it sit for a week or 2 weeks. I'll use that to prime it up. This little button is for popping it out of overdrive. Say I'm in third gear and I'm going a little slow and all of a sudden I get to a big hill, I can punch that and it takes it out of overdrive. Works just fine. Let's pop the hood and show you under there. I'll get the keys so we can look at the trunk too. So I was told it's original 308, but it has a smaller head on it. And I'm told that helps improve power or something. I don't understand it, but it runs fine. Once it's warmed up, it runs like a champ. It's a little cold-blooded, but leaks oil, burns oil, but everything works. I mean, the wipers work. I've never had it not start on me where I've had to walk away. I've probably had to crank it 2 minutes or so at the most, if I've let it sit a long time. The clutch, I changed the clutch fluid when I changed the oil. It has a wet clutch. Don't know anything about those. Not that I know anything about regular clutches, but so there's everything. So I'm really happy with it. Excited to tear into it. I don't know what I'm going to start with. Take the door panels off and treat the rust from the inside. So we'll see. It's going in the garage for the winter.